YouTube channel. So real quick, before I get into anything else, if you are watching on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, whether you're watching live or part of the replay gang, make sure you scroll down into the description and click the link and go to the Sutton Reactions channel and follow us on there. Subscribe to us on there. We'd appreciate that. We are back again, episode 45. It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute. It's been about 2 weeks. I apologize for the little hiatus. A lot of it had to do with my connection issues and my computer issues, but as a lot of you guys know, I upgraded my whole setup. So now we are good to go. No more connection issues, and I can get back to streaming multiple times a day. Right, I'm talking SR and I'm talking Quiet Storm Sports, the Monday and Thursday main pod on PRP with me and Alex, man. We are dropping a whole slew of content here on Sutton Reactions and also the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. So again, if you could subscribe, if you are not already, that would be great. Also, be sure to like this video as you're watching and following along. Let me see who I have here in the live chat so far. We got, oh my God, Stretch. What's going on, Stretch? Appreciate you for coming through. Says we back. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. Indeed, man. It feels good. It feels good. It's been a while since I've, talked to the fam here on SR and really chopped it up with you guys. And, some stuff has happened that I've missed, unfortunately, but we keep trudging along, though. We keep trudging along. So again, without any further ado, sit back, relax, whether you're at work, whether you're commuting to and from work, whether you're at home, whether you're at the gym, whether you're eating in the car, wherever you might be listening from, shout out to you. This is Sutton Reactions, episode 45. All right. So like I said, we're back with another episode here of Sutton Reactions, episode 45 of the show. Again, appreciate y'all for coming through here. I see my guy Glaucoma in the chat. What's going on, Glaucoma? Chris is in the chat as well. Says, well, look who is back. That's right. We back. We back in full effect here on the Sutton Reactions YouTube channel. We got the whole technical difficulties thing straightened out. Got a new setup. So yeah, we're here to stay now. We're here to stay now. Glaucoma, what up? Yeah. So I know. Let me start off with this. I know the Ravens head coach Jesse Minter just spoke at the league meeting or the owners meeting or whatever they're doing this week in NFL land, and he had some interesting things to say. In my opinion, I've got some takes on what Jesse Minter said today. It may not have seemed like he said a lot, guys, but I think he said a whole lot without saying a bunch. So I'm going to discuss that later on Quiet Storm Sports on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, of course. So make sure you guys tune in later on as well. And again, if you are watching this stream on Purple Rain, scroll down to the description, come over to Sutton Reactions, watch over there, and subscribe to that channel as well. But yeah, it's going to be, man, just to kind of like give you like a little sneak peek. The Ravens offense specifically is going to be fireworks next season. I'm not going to get into why yet. Again, I'm going to do that later on Quiet Storm Sports, but just know, based off of what I heard from Jesse Minter today, the Ravens offense is going to be absolute fireworks next season. And I'll just leave it at that. Let me see. Glaucoma says Sutton got the 4K camera now. Yeah, it's a blessing, man. But I couldn't have done it without you guys. All you guys who support the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, who are members of the channel, who donate to the channel consistently, all that stuff, like, it adds up. And it allows me to pour that money back into the channel to make a better product and better content for you guys. And that's really all I want to do. That's really all I want to do. And again, couldn't have done it without y'all. Appreciate you guys. You guys are like family to me at this point. This little like family group that we got going on, specifically like the Rain Gang, and then those of you guys who watch this show have a special place in my heart. I know there's almost 7,000 subscribers on PRP, but here we've only got around 100. But those of you guys who tune into this show, listen, special place in your boy Sutton's heart, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Chris. Now let's go ahead and get into some reactions. Let's go ahead and start getting into some reactions here. Let me pull up our screen. All right. Here we go. Let me see. What are we starting with, guys? Let's start with a little icebreaker, yeah? Start with a little icebreaker. I found this question pretty interesting, right? A little hypothetical type of question. Kind of silly, kind of wonky, but take a listen and let me know what you think.
You have a king-size bed, which will now be cut to the shape of any capitalized letter. For the rest of your life, you have to sleep on that bed. But whatever letter you pick, you may also, for the rest of your life, not eat any foods that start with that letter. What letter would you pick?
That's kind of like a twofer there. So he said, for the rest of your life, you sleep on a king bed that's cut out in the shape of whatever letter of your choosing, capital letter of your choosing. But also, whatever letter you choose, you can't eat any foods that start with that letter. What letter are you choosing? I'm really more so concerned about the bed shape, because I'm thinking about like some letters right now as bed shapes, and it wouldn't be too comfortable. I mean, A, B, and we're talking all capitals here. A, no. B, no. C, no. D, no. I mean, I gotta think about this one, guys. I, J, K, L, P, Q, R. R wouldn't be so bad, right? S, T, U, V, W, X. Damn, all of them are kind of ass, because none of them really have like enough surface area for you to like roll around on. It's kind of weird, right? Let me see. Makai says H. H is basically like a separated twin bed at that point. I don't know. They're all ass. You know? I was thinking maybe R, capital R. It's a tough question, man. It's a tough question. Chris says, give me an X, Y, or L because I only sleep one of three ways. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I guess X wouldn't be terrible. Again, I'm thinking R, guys. I'm thinking R because I feel like I can stretch out across an R, you know? Like if I go like the long way and like I'm gonna go R. And then like foods that start with the letter R, I mean, chicken, beef, steak doesn't start with R. So I think I'm good with R. That's what I would go with. Little brain game there. By the way, shout out to everybody watching over on X as well. If you are watching on X, be sure to follow me here at Sutton Def on X. And if you could, go on youtube.com/Sutton Reactions and join us here in the live chat. We'd appreciate that. The interactive live chat, that is, because we're getting ready to go ahead and start up with our Liminal Olympics challenge. Man, listen, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done this, right? It's been a minute. But now that we're done with the icebreaker, I think it's time to get right back to it, guys. It's time to get back to it. Lemon Olympics Challenge. Those of you guys who aren't aware, is basically like a, you got to pick a door, and hopefully the door that you go through has a survivable setting. If it doesn't, then you lose that round. If it does, you win that round. You count your record, and we keep score here in the chat. or we keep score in the chat. So whoever has the best record at the end of the day is the winner of the current day's Lemon Olympics challenge. And it's been a couple weeks, guys, again, since we've done it. I'm a little rusty, and I'll admit I have not looked at a whole lot of film, right? I haven't looked back at tape on past episodes and seen my past mistakes. But I think I'm ready to bounce back. I still am yet to get my first Lemon Olympics ring, but we're going to try for it, right? We're going to try for it. So let's see here. What's going on, tourists? What up? All right, let's go ahead and kick it off with the first one. Sutton, you didn't go over the Jaden. Nope, have not gone over that yet. Nope, we're just getting started, brother. Just getting started. All right, so here we go. First Lemon Olympics challenge. Here we go.
Pick a door.
You guys know the drill.
The door you choose will be your fate for the next 48 hours.
All right, 48 hours. Which door we picking? We going blue door, we going red door, chat? Let me know. I think I'm going to go with the blue door. I'm going to kick it off for y'all. I'm going to go with the blue door on this one. Give me the blue door. Got a good feeling about it. Feel like we're going to survive behind it. Give me the blue door on this one. Okay. Chris says red. Stretch says blue. Glaucoma says blue. Taurus says blue. All right. I like it. Yeah, I'm going blue. I'm thinking, look, and here's the thing. New setup, new me. So don't expect the same F-ups on these Lemon Olympics challenge that I was, a couple weeks ago. It's a new Sutton today. I'm not going to lie to y'all, but I'm going blue door on this one. Let's see.
Door 1, the floating cabin. You appear on the porch of a small wooden cabin floating gently on a calm, glassy lake surrounded by autumn trees. The water is completely still, and the colors of the trees reflecting off the surface are stunning. Inside,
y'all might have got the W on this one.
Food,
big red, Chris.
And everything you need. A kayak is tied to the porch if you want to explore. The lake is quiet and peaceful in every direction. Nothing disturbs this water. You are completely safe.
Yep.
Door 2.
Damn.
The sunflower maze. You appear at the entrance of a vast maze.
I don't like
entirely
mazes.
Of giant sunflowers. The sun is directly overhead.
Show me the entity.
And the air is warm. Food and water stations appear at every third turn, so you will not go hungry. The maze is beautiful and the paths are wide, but you have exactly 48 hours to find the exit, simply because at the 48-hour mark the exit closes and disappears permanently. The maze goes on forever after that. People have wandered these paths for a very long time. You can feel it in the silence between the sunflowers. Good.
Yeah, that's an L. There's no entities or nothing like that, but if you don't find your way out in 48 hours, then you're trapped there forever. Yeah, that's a no-go. So, definitely green giant for you, Chris. She's 1-0. Your boy is 0-1. But listen, it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Right? So everybody who just picked the blue door, it's time to bounce back. We just getting warmed up. Here. It's been a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? We just got to get back, reacclimated, and we be straight. Next challenge.
Pick a door. The door you choose will be your fate for the next 40.
All right. Where are we going on this one? I think I'm going to stick with blue. I'm going to rock with blue. Not going to abandon the run yet. Not time for that yet. Give me the blue door. Where y'all going? And if you're part of the replay gang on this one, please comment down below. Go ahead and comment down below and follow along with your answers. Keep track. Okay, let me see what y'all saying in here. What up, Ghost? Blue. Okay, yeah, I'm going blue as well. Ghost says red. Taurus says red. Glaucoma says red. Chris is going red. Okay, all right. Okay. I'm going blue on this one. I'm going blue. Let's see, though. Let's see.
48 hours. Door 1.
All right, red door. Candy factory.
You appear inside a massive candy factory. The smell of sugar and chocolate fills the air. Conveyor belts running, machines humming, candy pouring into containers along every wall. Some things live inside this factory. They are enormous.
Yep.
They are made entirely
Yep.
of hardened sugar and melted
It's over
chocolate.
with.
And they are moving through the floors above you right now.
Don't even
You can
worry
hear
about
them.
it.
They are sweeping every floor methodically, and they eat anything they find. Hide immediately. Get low and stay away from
Oh,
the
yeah.
conveyor belts because the noise covers the sound of their approach. Find a room with a metal door and seal it. Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Door
Now
2,
y'all are cooked.
the mountain cabin at sunrise.
Oh,
You
that
appear
sounds
on
sweet.
the porch of a stone cabin perched on a quiet mountain just as the sun is rising.
Oh, yes,
the air
sir.
is cold and clean. Fresh
Let's
coffee
go.
is already brewing inside. A wool blanket is draped over the chair beside you, and the view stretches across endless valleys below. Inside, there is a fully stocked kitchen, a warm
yes,
fireplace,
sir.
and a comfortable
Oh,
bed.
we Gucci.
Eagles drift past the windows. The mountain is completely
Beautiful.
yours. Wrap yourself in that blanket, pour that coffee, and enjoy every second of it. You are completely safe.
Yes, sir. So your boy bounced back. Like I said, man, listen, man, you just got to believe in yourself. You just got to believe in yourself. That's really all it boils down to. My guy Stretch 52 picked blue with me. Everybody else picked red, though. See? I'm telling you, it was never time to abandon the run. Everybody who picked blue last time, who didn't pick blue on the second one, you abandoned the run too early. You abandoned the run too early. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I'm 1-1. 1-1. I'll take that so far. I'll take that. Let's keep it pushing, though. Let's keep it pushing. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? All right, here we go. Challenge number 3.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your job for the next 24 hours.
All right, job for the next 24 hours. Asmodeus, what's going on, brother? This is challenge number 3 here. Only a little bit late. 86 Ghost says he's going red. I don't know where I'm going on this one. Where do I want to go on this one? I'm going to keep rocking with blue. Give me blue again. I'm going to go back to back picking blue door here. It was blue door last time. I'm going to rock with it. Asmodeus is going red. Chris is going red. Stretch is going red. Okay. All right. Suit yourselves. Let's see. Taurus is going red. All right, let's see.
Hours. Door 1, apartment inspector. You're in your own apartment. Everything is exactly where you left it. The fridge is stocked. Your phone is on the counter, but has no signal. Something feels off, but you're not sure what. Your job is to complete a 30-point inspection checklist. Every room, every fixture, every outlet. The front door opens, but it leads back into the same apartment. Every door does. At hour 6, you will hear yourself speaking in the next room. Do not investigate. At hour 12, a hallway appears that wasn't there before, connecting to a second apartment identical to yours. The photos on
This
the
shit
wall
sound trippy.
are of someone else's life. It also needs to be inspected. More apartments will follow. The copies will stop being empty. The versions of you inside them believe you are the intruder. Your pay is $3,200.
See, there's entities here. I don't think that's going to be a W. It didn't seem that terrible. The music did kind of give it away, though, Chris. You're right. The music did kind of give it away, but there's entities in there. You could open up the wrong damn door, and it's over with. Let me see what blue door got. I think blue door going to win this one. Let me see. Hopefully we get the green giant.
Door 2, greenhouse attendant. A biodome filled with bioluminescent plant life. The air is breathable and warm. Soft blue and green light pulses from the flora in slow rhythms, like breathing. Your job is to walk the rows every 2 hours and mist the plants with a spray bottle left by the entrance. A small stone shelter in the center has a sleeping mat, a basin of clean water, and a supply of nutrient-dense fruit that grows on the vine walls. The plants react to your heartbeat and will glow brighter when you are calm. The calmer you stay, the easier the work. Your pay is $500.
Not bad.
Door.
Not bad. We could definitely do that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that dub. That's a W. Your boy is 2-1, over 500. Listen, man, I'm feeling it today. I'm heating up. That's 2 back-to-back W's for your boy. 2-1 on the day. The music is soft. That's a W. You already know, man. You already know. I'm doing well. We're gonna keep it rolling though. We still got 3 more challenges. So if you're just joining along, no worries. No worries. Go ahead and throw your next answer down below in the chat. And again, if you're part of the replay gang on this one, throw it down below in the comments section. But your boy's 2-1. We're going to keep it pushing, though. We're going to keep it pushing. Next challenge.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your job for the next 20.
All right. I hate the ones that have like that try to trick you like on the door. It'll be like, "Oh, this is the safe option." You know. It always ends up being some bullshit with that. But I have been rocking with the blue door though. So I'm thinking I stick with the blue door. Because then I also know sometimes the side with the demon entity on it, a lot of times that'd be the safe door too. But you know what? I think I'm gonna stick with the blue door. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the blue door because I've won 2 back-to-back going blue. Let me see who says blue with me. Stretch says blue. Tori says blue. Glaucoma says blue. Okay. We're kind of split on this one, guys. Asmodia says red. Chris says red. Ghost says red. Am I convincing some of y'all to come over to Team Blue? I think I might be. But we're going to see. We're going to see, though. We're going to see. I'm going blue door. Half is going blue, half is going red. Let's see who wins.
24 hours. Door 1, the rehearsal. You're backstage at a theater that has no audience. Every 6 hours, a bell rings, and you are expected to perform a monologue on the empty stage. It doesn't matter what you say. The spotlights are warm, and there are catered trays of deli sandwiches and juice in the green room. There is no visible threat. However, if you miss a single performance when the bell rings, the lights in the entire building will shut off permanently. Something in the rafters has been waiting for that to happen. Not miss your cue. Your pay is $50 an hour.
Oof. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I know y'all saw that motherfucker. Look at that. Yeah, nah, bro. In the rafters at all times. And the thing is, you can't miss your cue. Hold on, let me watch that one more time. Because it say you have to perform. Did it say every hour? Hold on, let me see.
24 hours. Door 1, the rehearsal. You're backstage at a theater that has no audience. Every 6 hours, a bell rings. And
every 6 hours.
Perform a monologue on the empty stage. It doesn't matter what you say. The spotlights are warm, and there are catered trays of deli sandwiches and juice in the green room.
So, guys, if it's only a 24-hour job, and this happens every 6 hours, you have to perform this monologue on stage. That means you only have to do that 4 times. You only have to do it 4 times. If you miss even one, you're dead. But it don't even seem that bad. Yeah, it's not terrible, right? And plus you get food here and whatnot. So, but I'd still be scared shitless that there's a freaking entity in the rafters. You know what I'm saying? And you better not fall asleep. But it's only 24 hours though. I mean, it's very possible to stay up for 24 hours, especially with that amount of anxiety that I'm sure you would be dealing with in that scenario. All right, let's see what the blue door has to offer, though.
Number 2, lake monitor. An endless body of still water no deeper than your ankles. The sky above is a permanent sunset. Your job is to sit on a dry wooden platform in the center of the lake and log the water level every hour in a notebook that's already half filled with someone else's handwriting. There is a cot, a cooler full of food, and a battery-powered radio that plays soft jazz. There are no creatures here. Your pay is $600 an hour.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's another W for Team Blue. If I haven't convinced y'all yet, if I have not convinced y'all yet, you feel me? I think now y'all should be convinced. Okay? I'm rocking with Team Blue the rest of the way, just to let y'all know. Your boy is 3-1 on the day. I think I'm in the lead, actually. I might go ahead and actually get me my first ring on the first day back of the Lemon Olympics Challenge here on Sutton Reactions. Ghost 0-3. Come on, big dog. Come on, big dog. What's going on, man? Come on, dog. I need you to get it together, big dog. Chris, this is for you too. 1-3. Shame. Started off strong, though. Started off 1-0. 3 unanswered. It's all good, though. It's just your boy Sutton Day, man. Like I said, it's a new Sutton. It's a new Sutton. It's not the same old Sutton. What I used to say about the Ravens? All right. I won't tease y'all too much. It is the first day back. Y'all got to get warmed up too. I understand. Not everybody can be great right off the bat. You feel me? All right, so let's keep it moving. We got one more, and then after that, we got the bonus round. Your boy 3-1. I'm on a roll today. That's right, Stretch. All right, let's see. Next challenge.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your job for the next.
All right, another job one. And again, I'm going blue. You know what I'm saying? Blue has not failed me yet. I'm going to see how many of y'all rock with the blue on this one. I'm not going to look yet. I'm going to take a little sip of my water. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to let y'all get y'all votes in real quick. All right. Let's see. Where are we going on this one? Chat? Let's see. Stretch going blue? Okay, yes, sir. Team blue. Glaucoma, you still rocking with red. Desmodi, you still rocking with red. Chris still going with red. See, y'all just being stubborn. I know it. I know y'all want to pick blue. But you're just trying to go against your boy. I know it. Ghost going red too. Come on now. All right, here we go. Let's see.
24 hours.
One blue.
Door 1, the terminal. An impossibly massive airport terminal from the 1980s, covered in dizzying carpet. You can walk for miles across the moving walkways. The giant terminal windows look out into pure, swirling television static. Your job is to wander the terminal and collect lost luggage. Inside the abandoned suitcases, you will find perfectly fresh, hot meals and cold drinks to keep you going. You must avoid the boarding gates at all costs. The massive shapes attached to the gates outside are not airplanes. They are breathing, unknown creatures covered in metal plating. If you hear the intercom chime, drop whatever you are holding and hide inside a luggage chute. It means they are boarding. Your pay is $76,000.
Okay, so basically all you have to do is wander around and find lost luggage. But if the intercom goes off, you got to hide somewhere because it means that they're boarding. I'm assuming it's some sort of entity that will kill you, right? So let me watch the second half of that one more
You will
time.
find perfectly fresh,
You get
hot
food.
meals and cold drinks to keep you going. You must avoid the boarding gates at all
Avoid the
costs.
boarding gates. Okay, I mean, easy enough. You got these massive things attached to the damn terminals
Massive shapes
that apparently
attached to
aren't
the gates
planes.
outside are not airplanes. They are breathing, unknown creatures covered in metal plating. If you hear the intercom chime, drop whatever you are holding and hide inside a luggage chute. It means they are boarding.
You got to hide inside a luggage chute. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. It's just too much you got to worry about here. Yeah. Not worth the pay. It don't really seem like you're going to make it out of there. But we're going to see what the blue door has, though. Maybe worse. We'll see. I don't think that was that bad, but it is bad, though. Right? So let's see what blue door got.
Your pay is $76,000. Door 2, the
Team
Crimson High Rise, a towering skyscraper with thousands of open-air balconies. You have free roam of the building. Looking over the edge, you'll see a vast ocean of thick, red liquid. Your job is to collect the strange glowing moss that grows on the concrete walls. Eating the moss provides enough sustenance so you won't need regular food. However, pay attention to the red ocean. If you see massive, pale hands reaching up from the waves to grab the drifting buildings, move immediately to the interior stairwell. Do not let them see you on the balcony. Your pay is $54,000. Pick a door.
So that's tough, though. That's tough, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough, though. What up, Ashley? Welcome back. Damn, I don't know which one to pick on that one, guys. I really don't. They seem kind of equal for real, don't they? Don't they seem equal? I don't know. I don't know which one to pick on that because I mean, blue. It says in order to like you got to do your job, which means that you got to be on the outside of the building around those balconies, and those hands could like rise up out of the water at any time and see your ass, and then just yank you. You feel me? And then with the airplane one, the airport one, you got to like hide every time that these entities are boarding the plane or what. They're equally bad. They're equally bad to me. Red has food and comfort. I mean, but does it though? Comfort? I don't know, man. I don't. Glaucoma says you eating slime. Stop the madness. You are right though. That is low key right. The quality of food definitely is better on the red door. It's definitely better on the red door. What up, Kenny? Welcome back, y'all. Sutton Reactions. Play red again. All right, I'll play red one more time.
The door you choose will determine your job for the next 24 hours. Door 1, the terminal. An impossibly massive airport terminal from the 1980s, covered in dizzying carpet. You can walk for miles across the moving walkways. The giant terminal windows look out into pure, swirling television static. Your job is to wander the terminal and collect lost luggage.
It's not
Inside
terrible.
the abandoned
And see, the
suitcases,
quality of food is way
you'll
better.
find perfectly fresh, hot meals and cold drinks to keep you going. You must avoid the boarding gates at all costs. The massive shapes attached to the gates outside are not airplanes. They are breathing, unknown creatures covered in metal plating. If you hear the intercom chime, drop whatever you are holding and hide inside a luggage chute. It means they are boarding. Your pay is $76,000.
Yeah, higher pay. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, so red door will take the cake on that one. Red door, we figured it out. Congratulations, y'all, on that one. I'll give y'all that. I'll give y'all that. So your boy drops to 3-2, but it's all good though. All good. All good. I think I'm still in the lead, or at least tied for the lead. And we got the bonus round up next here. We got the bonus round up next. Glaucoma's also 3-2 with me. All good. I'm gonna try to take home this bonus round here and take home my first Lemon Olympics ring. One way or another, I got to. Torres says he's 2-2. Yeah, definitely drop your records in the chat here. Again, we got the bonus round coming up, which, if you guys remember, that's going to be the hide and pray. It's going to be the hide and pray. Let me see here.
Quickly.
All right. Pull it up on screen there. Drop your records, drop your numbers. Actually rooting for me. Yeah, I should get my first ring. I appreciate the support. Hopefully I can get this bonus round. Some of these numbers are real close together. Okay, where do I want to go on this one? Out in the open always is a terrible idea, so I'm not going with 9. 7 is in like an offshoot closet, it looks like. There's going to be a snitch somewhere, probably. 3 probably going to snitch on 2 or vice versa. Both of them ain't surviving. I know that. Damn, this tough one. This tough one. Because a lot is riding on this for me, right? If I was like 1-3 right now, I would just pick any old number and just get it going. But like, I really got to put some time and effort into this one because I could win. I could definitely win. Again, shout out to everybody watching on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. If you are watching live on PRP, please acknowledge the pin in the chat and come over and watch the stream over on Sutton Reactions. All you got to do is click the link in the description, and the video is live streaming from that channel as well, and you'll be able to join our big happy family / interactive live chat here that's right beneath me. I'm going to go with, give me 4. You know what? Give me 4. I'm going to go with 4 on this one. I'm going to go with 4. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Anybody else going 4? Let me see. Ghost is going 4. Okay. All right, here we go. Come on, 4. Don't let me down. One out of there. Come on, 4. Come on, 4. Come on with the bubble. What? Really? Come on, dog. Just ruin my chances, man. 3 and 3. And of course, 10 is still alive. Glaucoma picked 10.
Patrick.
11 out of there. Ain't got beat up.
Let me hear it. 25.
Got 5 and 6 out of there. 2 is. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Winners are 3 and 10, guys. Winners are 3 and 10. As you guys know how the bonus round works. If you win the bonus round, it counts for 2 wins on your record. That means your boy Glaucoma. And I got to try to be as happy for you as I can, Glaucoma, even though I'm the one who comes just short in this one. But Glaucoma goes 5 and 2 on the day and wins our Lemon Olympics challenge. Shout out to you, man. Listen, they might try to hate on you out there. Hell, I might try to hate on you. And I am hating on you actively. But I still got to play your music. You should not care.
We do not care.
Congratulations, Glaucoma. Get in the ring today on the first episode back in week. Starting off strong here. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Glaucoma 5 and 2 on the day. Your boy 3 and 3. I had a little hot streak in there. But unfortunately, man, that's why the bonus round is so much fun, because it's like it can literally make or break you. It can make or break you, you know. But big W for Glaucoma. He says he started off 0 and 2 and he clutched up. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Again, that's what I said in the beginning. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish, man. It's about how you finish. And you finish strong. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. Chris says that's what you get, Sutton. You got cocky. I can't help it, Chris. I can't. You know, I get to win in a couple. Because y'all know I don't win a bunch on here. So when I do start to win, I gotta, you feel me? I gotta let y'all know about it. I gotta talk a little trash. You feel me? I have to. I just have to. But you're right, though. You're right. Maybe I'll try to be a better sport next time. But shout out to y'all for playing. We will be back tomorrow with more Liminal Olympics. Again, you're watching Sutton Reactions episode 45. We got a couple of things to get into, y'all. Let's go ahead and kick it off with this whole Jaden Ivey thing, right? Let's kick it off with this Jaden Ivey thing. So Jaden Ivey was a player for the Chicago Bulls who went on live and was talking about how he doesn't like how the NBA, he's an NBA player, Chicago Bulls, obviously. He doesn't like how the NBA is promoting LGBT, ideals and stuff like that on their platform. And this is actually coming a couple of weeks after, you guys remember the whole, who was it? Luke Cornett was talking about how he didn't like Magic City being advertised in the Atlanta Hawks stadium and stuff like that, because Magic City is obviously a strip club, and he felt like, you shouldn't mix like family events like NBA games and stuff like that with that type of culture. And here you have, and I think they ended up discontinuing it, if I'm not mistaken, the Magic City Nights thing or whatever, or Magic City Mondays, whatever, in Atlanta. But now you have Jaden Ivey, who has come out and been very vocal about how, he doesn't like the fact that they are expressing these type of ideals in the league. So let's take a listen to what he had to say.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy?
I'm not the Jay I used to be, but the old Jay is dead. I'm alive in Christ. No matter what the basketball setting is, I'm born again. The Holy Spirit. I've been saved by Jesus Christ. No matter what, how many DMPs I don't get to play, or no matter how many points I score, those things are a temporary thing.
Okay, so obviously there, and something that I actually didn't know, because I didn't watch this whole video through before I prepared this show for you guys, so I just learned something new. What he said there at the end, that he's basically like a born again Christian or whatever. So he just turned his life over to Christ, and now he's again born again, all that good stuff. But I think it tells you why he is taking this sort of stance. Whenever you get information out of people, that ends up going viral or super controversial, things like that, you have to ask yourself this question. You have to ask yourself, why am I hearing this information now? I think the timing of it matters a lot. And the fact that, again, he is saying that he is just now, he's brand new, like he's born again, all that good stuff, which, again, shout out to him. That's why he's going so hard here. But I would challenge his belief. I mean, I'm not here to challenge his beliefs. I'm not going to say I'm challenging his beliefs, because, of course, as a Christian, you have certain beliefs based on the text in the Bible and whatnot, and you're gonna rock with that hard. But I would challenge his messaging. I would challenge his like the medium, the way that he's doing this, because the thing about it is, gay people have been around forever and will always be around. With that being said, I would love to ask Jaden Ivey, how much help do you think you're doing versus how much harm do you think you're doing? Because I think the level of harm is way higher than the level of help, because nobody is looking at this and really saying that, like, oh, this is like, this type of messaging is going to heal the world. It's not. It comes off as adversarial, is my issue with it. Again, however you feel about, your religion and things like that, your faith, trust me, I understand. But I think you have to, in especially when you have such a huge platform and you can reach so many people, why spread messages of hate instead of messages of love? Because hate only further divides. You can think of it as, oh, they're really waking it up out there. But at the end of the day, I feel like even if you do have like, if you disagree with somebody else's lifestyle based off of, again, your faith or your morals and things like that, I don't think it's your responsibility, especially if you have a huge platform, to go on live and basically bash that community. And I think that, again, with Christians, because I'm a Christian myself, we have to kind of, how do I say, bear the burden of nuance when it comes to our religion, because there is a lot of nuance in the Bible. Like, you can take certain texts and say, oh, this is what Jesus said here, and like, so this is how we have to act in these certain situations. But then somebody they can combat that by saying, well, this is what Jesus says here, and if this is true and this is what he said also, then that kind of flies in the face of what you're saying. And again, that's why you have to kind of leave room for nuance here, which is why I don't think that or which is why I do think that Jaden Ivey is saying this right now, because he's again fresh, born again Christian. So all of the ideals are very fresh and like engraved in his head. Like this is all new information to him. He has been enlightened, you know. Dare I say he hasn't really like come back to earth yet and kind of wrestled with the reality that people on earth have free will, and at the end of the day will do whatever they see fit with that free will. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's got to realize for me. It's like, let people do them. Let people do them. At the end of the day, is it hurting you? Is it hurting your family? If the answer is no, then let it rock. Let it rock. Let it rock. I heard he was waived from the Bulls. They're not playing him. That's another thing. You can't attack any marginalized community. You can't come out and say like, oh, we shouldn't be celebrating LGBT. You can't come out and say, oh, we shouldn't be celebrating Jews. You can't come out and say we shouldn't be celebrating Black History Month. You can't say stuff like that. You just can't. There are people in power that, you know, are backed heavily by those communities where you can't go against what they say. It's a power thing. It's a power thing. And there's a lot of people in the LGBT community that are in really, really important positions. All right, so let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. I had to get my little soliloquy off there. Let me see. Glaucoma says, I mean, the NBA is not going to let anything anti-LGBTQ fly. Yeah, the NBA is also very progressive, in case you guys have not noticed. Very progressive. I mean, you guys remember remember they were wearing the hands up, don't shoot t-shirts, or the I can't breathe. I think it was the I can't breathe t-shirts before games and stuff like that, kind of paying homage to the whole George Floyd situation. And people on the other side of that aisle had a problem with that. You know, I guess in America, it's like you cannot, like, no matter what side of the fence you stand on, you're not going to be able to please everybody. Right. And we all know and we acknowledge that we have our differences here in America. That's kind of like what America was kind of built on. Right. Diversity and all that good stuff, or at least that's what it's supposed to be built on. Don't know about with this current regime and whatnot, but you guys get my point. Like, everybody's going to be different. And when it comes to your faith, you got to realize everybody's going to have free will as well. And so who are you to be kind of self-righteous in that way, to be like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z? Because again, who are you? Who are you? If you're going to be a servant of God, be that and let God handle the rest. That's just how I've always thought about it. See, this is why I don't tell kids to go play sports all the time. Ain't no safe haven there. But this is less sports and more so just big corporate, you know, business and politics within, you know, corporations and things like that. He asked a fair question. I didn't hear a message of hate there. Let me see what was his question. What was his question?
The world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy?
I'm not the Jay I used to be, but the OJ is dead. I'm alive in Christ. You know, no matter what the basketball setting is, you know, I'm born again, the Holy Spirit, and I've been saved by Jesus Christ. No matter what how many DMPs I don't get to play.
And see, this is what I'm saying. It's like for a lot of people, when you gotta, and here's the thing. Sometimes you gotta watch out for people who go from being one way, like, being maybe degenerate, deviant in different ways and things like that, and then suddenly making a hard 180 and going the complete opposite way, with like their faith and whatnot. And it's kind of like it almost radicalizes them in a way, when it's that fresh. And it's like maybe it's like a trauma response or something like that. Like you don't want to go back to being what you were before. So you're gonna lean super duper heavy into one thing and not look at nuance or anything like that when it comes to these situations, or like who you're actually helping or who you're actually harming by like being so vocal about these things with your huge platform. Again, sometimes you got to watch out for folks like that. Now, I don't know Jaden Ivey personally, obviously, but again, it kind of makes me, it raises an antenna. It does for me because I kind of question his intentions here. Now, in terms of his question at the beginning of that, and I think what he was saying, like, why can they champion LGBTQ month, like Pride Month, but I can't talk about how I disagree with it? It's like, listen, man, you can disagree with it all you want, but at the end of the day, they're still gonna be here. You know what I mean? They're still going to be like, you're still gonna have people who are in the LGBT community who are a large part of, us here in America, in the world even, right? Like they're not going anywhere. So like what good is it? What good is it? Like kind of talking on your high horse and saying, oh, like this, you guys are unrighteous and whatnot. It's like, okay, well, I get it. You were saved, and you said the old Jay is dead. Okay, cool. I mean, I just don't see the end game here. I don't see what the end game is for Jaden Ivey. I just don't see what the end game is. As Modi says, when you align yourself with what traditional Christianity says, or you're more conservative in general, I'd agree with him. There's an attack on the family, traditional values, and honestly, God. I mean, I see what you're saying here, Asmodeus, but I think it's also about what you allow. You talk about attack on family. I think that's also has a lot to do with, what parents allow and what, family dynamics look like and family cultures and whatnot. Um, there's always been, if you want to call it like degeneracy or whatever else, in this world, and you can keep your children from it. Even in today's day and age, you can, if you teach them the right way, if you bring them up the right way. There's always going to be stuff out here that people can kind of latch onto. He just said unrighteousness. That's all I heard. Nothing about hate. I think it just spreads a message that, it heats up the topic again. I feel like, with like I think times are better in this country when there's less racial tension. I think times are better in this country when there's less social tension around like sexual preferences and stuff like that. If everybody just like relaxed and realized that like, hey, look, I can live my life and I can believe what I believe, and my next door neighbor can live their life and they can believe what they want to believe because God gave them free will. The very God, the same God that I worship, gave them free will. And it is not up to me to determine what their destiny is and what their fate will be time after this earth. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm here, I'm not going to cause further division between people and drive a further wedge between me and my neighbor, for the sake of me just being baptized, reborn again, and now I want to go super radical this way and try to, I don't know. It's again, like I said, I don't see the end game. I don't see the end game. Maybe it's not hate, but it's kind of just like unnecessary banter that we've heard before, and it's like, okay, like we get it. You saw something in the Bible, right? Which, there are scriptures in the Bible that say, you're not supposed to be this way or that way. I get it, cool. But at the end of the day, God also gave free will. So as long as you make sure that you're doing what you need to do for you and your family, let the rest fly. That's my take on it. That's my take on it. There's a way to do it in a loving manner. Yeah, there is a way. And that's what I wanted to get to is Modus. There's a way to, like, if you truly do disagree, you could go out in the communities one by one. You could show up to the Pride Month events. If you truly do care, you could show up to the Pride Month events and have like a debate table, or you could pull people to the side and say, hey, like, I'd really like to talk to you and like get to understand like why it is that you feel this way, and why you live your life this way and things like that. You could actually be, someone who helps, not someone who further divides. And when I say help, I'm not saying it as in like gay people need help or anything like that. But if that's how you truly feel, and you want to like get to the bottom of like why, Pride Month and LGBT and all that stuff exists to begin with, then like go talk to some of them. Go talk to some of them. Because just like God is in you, God is in them. So you should be able to communicate if that is your wavelength now as a Christian. That's how I feel on it. That's how I feel. Live and let live. All he did was open the floor for those that would like to discuss with him their stance. But you're having a problem with him stating what he believes. He never said he hated them. Language is powerful, but your response sounds more divisive than his message did, Sutton. No, I disagree. Chris. I don't think, because again, I think that the level of platform that a guy like Jaden Ivey has as an NBA player, knowing that this can go viral and reach millions and millions of people, I think it only, it divides people further. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have millions of viewers. I don't have a platform that big yet. So my message couldn't really impact a whole lot of people. But what Jaden Ivey is saying here in front of NBA reporters, that's going to go super crazy on the internet and all outlets, right? Media outlets. I think he should be a little bit more responsible than that. With great power like that comes great responsibility. We already live in a country that's divided as hell. You can chop up the pie of division like 18 million different ways with, LGBT and race and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like politics, which way of the aisle do you lean? Like all that stuff. All of it. I just think it's time to lean more into love, and understanding of one another. If you want to have a debate with somebody about, your beliefs or whatnot, like I said, show up to the Pride Month events and talk to those people face to face. I'm sure they respect it a whole lot more than they do with you doing it like this. And I'm sure they'd be a lot more receptive to your message as opposed to just getting on a camera and saying, I don't understand what y'all got going on. That's what I think. When it comes to society, two groups are protected the most, LGBT and Jews. No, I'm not anti-Semitic or homophobic. Yeah, like I said, most marginalized communities, like, you say the wrong things about them and it's over with. It's over with. It's a good discussion, though. It's a good discussion. LGBT community's not bothering me, so I don't care. Not gonna lie. Facts. Feel the same. Don't bother me, not one bit. PDFs get protection too. That's a whole different rabbit hole. It's a whole different rabbit hole. Jeez, man. But they do, though. And there should have been millions of conversations. Christians can be critiqued. We all do things that may be considered unchristian-like or unchristlike. So if this is his step in changing his ways, so be it. I'm not mad at him. Again, I'm just not understanding what his end game is, Because if a gay person wakes up and checks their Instagram feed and sees this guy going viral for saying how unrighteous they are, they're not going to think that this guy, he wants to have a conversation about why we feel the way we feel and why we lead the type of lives that we lead. They're going to think, this guy's already coming out and basically saying F us, so F him. More division. As opposed to him taking it upon himself as a born-again Christian, actually going in and being boots on the ground and going to these people in real life and saying, hey, look, like, I'd love to have a conversation with you. You know, if it's on his heart to try to change people's minds and do all that stuff, do the work. Do the work. That's all I'm saying. But all right, let's move on from that. Let me see what else we got here. What else we got? All right. I saw this. This was kind of interesting to me. So apparently, and by the way, guys, like the video, subscribe if you are new here. I'd appreciate that. I feel like we had a pretty good conversation on that whole Jaden Ivey topic. I appreciate you guys for participating in that, whether you agree, whether you disagree. And if you're part of the replay gang, leave it down below in the comments what you thought about that whole thing. But we're going to move on here. We've got to keep it moving. We're about an hour into the show. Again, this is episode 45 of Sutton Reactions. This video here, this next video, I thought was interesting. Apparently in Istanbul airports, they have these like sleeping pods that you can rent out if you're like waiting for like a laying over flight or something like that. Let's take a look. Real quick. So these are what the pods look like here. Let me turn this volume down. These are what the pods look like here. There's like storage underneath here where you can put like your shoes and stuff. And there's an actual bed in there. And I'm assuming you can pull down a shade of some sort to where you're actually like fully, encased in this little pod thing. But let's keep watching. Puts your shoes underneath. You get a fresh pillow and blanket. What does that say? All pods get sanitized. See, I don't know how I would feel about that part because we are still at an airport. You know what I'm saying? This airport is in Istanbul. We're still at an airport. I don't know if this place flies internationally, domestically, whatever, but nah, I'm not just trusting that every pod is going to be sanitized. I'm not just trusting that, man. I mean, you're pulling stuff out the wrapper, so maybe it's new. You said he paid $85 for those? Got $8 more for these. I paid $8 more for an extra blanket. Then you close it. Okay. Charge your phone. Nice. I don't know, guys. See, my thing is, number one, like I said, I'd be too concerned about the germs for sure. Because again, at the end of the day, we are in a damn airport and germs are everywhere. In an airport, people traveling, flying in, flying out from all different places around the world. You don't know who's got what, whatever. And he says this thing was $30 and he had a 3-hour layover. But I'd be concerned about the germs, number one. But number two, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of just sleeping in the airport either. You know, it's like I've just never been like, because you're just out in the public. Now, some people will sleep on the actual little benches. You know, you guys know the little airport waiting area chairs next to the gates and stuff like that. Some people will stretch out on those and they'll fall asleep, especially if they got, multiple hour layover and things like that, which I get. But for me, nah, couldn't do it. Again, couldn't do it. Airport is just too it's too sensitive of a space, if that makes sense. Like I just wouldn't feel comfortable falling asleep there. Now these pods do make it a little bit more feasible. I can kind of like close it off. I can be more private and things like that. It sounds good in theory. I'd probably be on my phone scrolling TikTok and all that good stuff. But I don't know. It would have to be in a more secluded area for me. Because this also looks like it's kind of like in the middle of where things are going on. Maybe it's up in a little lounge or something like that. But I don't know. I don't think I'm doing it. Are y'all doing that? Are y'all doing that? Let me see. Istanbul airport is nice, though. They got mad lounges, though. So this is pointless. Yeah. I mean, if they have actual lounges. Son, once you sleep negative, son, bro, pause, LOL, nobody bothers you at night in the airport. I'm sure they don't. But like, I don't know. I feel like me as well. Like, I actually have like, I don't want to say like anxiety in the airport, but like, I have like I'm always alert. I'm always aware. I'm just too aware and alert in the airport to just fall asleep. Unless again, they have like some offshoot rooms, something like that where I can actually like have my own room, close a door, lock it, whatever I need to do. Then yeah, maybe then. And see, Kenny agrees. Can't sleep in planes or waiting for my plane to get bad anxiety. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's just something about being at an airport that won't allow me to just go to sleep. It just won't. Think I'm one of the monsters from the game. Nah, man. I'm just saying. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. Let me see. 3-hour layover is not that long, bro. Just stay up. It's really not. 3 hours? Nah, I wouldn't be falling asleep. Nah. I'll fall asleep on the plane before at the airport. I'd be too afraid I'm gonna like wake up late. I'm gonna be damn miss my plane. Nah. I've fallen asleep on an airplane before though. That's easier for me. If I know I'm on like a 3-4 hour flight, something like that, hour 2, yeah, I'll probably start dozing off, in my seat. But actually at the airport, nah, it's too much hustle and bustle. It's too much going on. Once I'm already on the plane, it's like I'm good. Like I'm where I need to be. I know I'll wake up when we land, right? I know I'm gonna wake up when we land, and because we're landing, that's gonna wake me up naturally. So I don't have to worry about, being left on the plane, even though they wouldn't allow that anyway. Like I'm good. I'm good when I'm on the plane. But here, nah, not in the airport. Not in the airport. Let me see. Chris says, shit, I'm going to sleep before the flight and before the plane takes off. See, not me. I like seeing the plane take off. I like getting to a comfortable, cruising altitude before I fall asleep. Something about taking off on a plane has always been really cool to me. And I stay up for it every single time. Every single time. Glaucoma says on planes, I'd be dead snoring for sure. Be uncomfortable on the plane. See, this is how you got to do it on these flights, Chris. People still boarding the plane. I'm knocked out with my music playing, sitting right there on the aisle seat, right? So don't nobody try to get you to move over, especially if it's extra seating and whatnot, depending on the airline you're flying, right? I normally go Southwest, but yeah, make those other seats, those extra seats in your row look unavailable. Look as unavailable as possible. But yeah, I get some good sleep on a plane though. Some real good sleep. Wake up with about 20 minutes before we land. Yeah. Love that. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. What else we got here? What else we got? Let's go here. You guys know I love my DoorDash Chronicles, guys, right? You guys know I love my DoorDash Chronicles. Somebody else is stealing food. This says a woman says she's pressing charges and suing her upstairs neighbor after viral video shows him allegedly stealing her Wingstop food order moments after delivery, all caught on camera. I know he did not. Oh no. Let's look at this again. Look at this man. You're on camera, buddy. Look at the little run up the steps, though. Big back activity. Look at him, man, bro. Come on, bro. Big dog. This is a new low, even for you. And I don't even know this dude. Come on, fam. Could barely even get up them steps. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be a damn ashamed of yourself. Look at this dude. And the way he just pick it up so casual. Like, let me hurry up and get my fat ass upstairs real quick. I eat this Wingstop. She'll never know. The fuck? Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Quick as he moved in a while, right? He gonna be sore the next day from going up them steps that fast. You know that's way too fast. He knew that was way too fast. I hope it was worth it, though. Wingstop not even worth it. That's the thing. Wingstop don't even be worth doing no shit like this. You should never steal nobody food. But like, come on now. What are we doing here? Bro. He must have needed it way more. Well, obviously he didn't. He looked like he been eating good. He looked like he been eating good. Have you seen the automated DoorDash delivery bot? I have not seen the automated DoorDash delivery bot. I didn't know that was a thing. Let me see. Automated DoorDash delivery bot. See if I could look this up right fast. All right, so let me see. I think I found it. Let's see if I can show it to you guys here. Let's see, guys. So here it is here, right? Interesting, to say the least. Interesting. I guess it looks exactly how I would have imagined it looking. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. It looks like, does it... I have so many questions, though. I have so many questions. Because, like, does it go from the restaurant? Like, does it pick up from a restaurant and then actually drive itself? Like, is it street legal to, like, drive? Because it's not, obviously not a car. It's not a full-size vehicle. It's like just this little bot. And I guess this is the life size of it right here. Like, does it get on the road, right, and drive all the way to your house? I don't know how fast this thing goes. I don't know how it secures the food. I'm sure it has some sort of mechanism to keep it hot or cold or whatever it needs to be. But what's the limits on these? This must be like maybe something that they only use in like big cities right now. You can't use this in like a suburban town. You can't. Because you're not going to have these things. You're not telling me these things are going on back roads and windy roads or getting on highways and stuff like that. Nah. So it must be in like big cities, your New Yorks, your Chicagos, maybe LA or something like that. Somewhere where there's a lot of hustle and bustle, where it's really busy, and like maybe a lot of apartment buildings, and there's restaurants on this block, and apartments over on that block, and they can just go wheel around the corners on sidewalks and stuff like that. Maybe that's what they're going for here. Maybe that's what they're going for. Looks dope, though. I wonder if they're actually going to roll this out, though. DoorDash unveils a new delivery robot and smart scale and hardware debut, LA Times. Let me see if I can read this article. Let me see. Nope. Can't read the article. Ad blocker. Too bad, so sad. Not getting rid of my ad blocker to read that. What else we got? Has a GPS, a microphone, a camera, cellular connection, multiple cameras, a speaker. Interesting. I wonder how much it costs these things to build. You know what I mean? Like, how much does it cost to build one of these things? Be interesting. Saw a clip of it driving. Drones would be cooler. Wingstop is good? Nah, y'all tripping. Wingstop is not good. The idea of it is good. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if you go inside of a Wingstop, it probably smells pretty decent, right? But it's not good enough to be doing all this. Somebody said, are you sure he wasn't just on his way down, but then he saw the bag and he thought, separate, like different plans? He might have been on his way to actually go buy some food. He might have been on his way to go buy some food. And he was like, oh, dinner right here. Dinner right here. I was going to spend my last $14.99 on Wingstop anyway. But it's right here. Look at God. He said, let me get upstairs. I ain't got to go nowhere. Craziness. But Wingstop is mid. Yeah, it's definitely mid. And the service is super slow. Terrible. Pretty much no matter where you go. All right, let's move on. More big back activities. Why don't we keep it up with the big back activities here?
Show y'all the snacks I used to eat to give me 530 pounds. Yes, we at the famous Walmart. Yes, they kind of got the best snacks. Let's go be out. Right, first thing first, you got to grab a walking around snack. Then you got to go to the Sutton Sweet Station on all fish.
I know this man did not just say, because he going to Walmart to shop for snacks. Cool. But I know this man did not say, I need a walk around snack. You're not just buying the snacks. Okay. A walk around snack.
I would have cooked this entire container while shopping for snacks. We didn't even get to our real snack shit. This is just like
big back activity.
Like we put a couple of these in our pocket, snack on while we walking around. I used to pop these while I was walking around too. So remind you,
why is he's talking about I used to pop these like they pills or something.
Platter. And look, when I get home, I used to put my ice cream in the microwave, make sure it's real soft, and pop the donuts in the ice cream, bro. Donut ice cream milkshake. And look how many calories this shit was. 1,200 calories. Ice cream sandwich is a big part of my body. I used to grab the M&M joints.
I want better for you, bro.
Or I used to grab my pocket.
Why is he saying he used to? It don't look like he used to do nothing. It looked like this is the current lifestyle.
Wasn't that great? I used to grab the ice cream sandwiches. After eating all them cookies and donuts while I'm shopping in the store, I gotta wash it down with something. So I'll come in and I grab one of these salsa waters. These was my go-to chips. Jalapeno Cheetos, Doritos, Funyuns, especially these. I'll probably eat these in the store. I'm gonna keep it bean. I'll probably finish this in the store.
I'm not gonna lie to you. People who go to the grocery store and start eating the stuff right off the shelves while they're in the store, are y'all okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it ever that serious? If you know what I mean. Like, is it ever that serious to where, like, you can't even wait until you get home to wash your damn hands before you start touching on these bags and boxes of chips and cookies and what? Especially people who do it with the produce. You're not even going to wash that produce off. You're just going to walk around the store and eat them strawberries. I mean, maybe that's better than this, right? Bro got bags of Funyuns, Cheetos, Doritos in one hand. Then he double fisting with Pringles in the other hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, but is it ever that serious though? Is my question. Like, just pay for the stuff and wait till you get home to eat it. You're gonna be a whole lot more comfortable eating it at home anyway. It's never that serious. It's never that serious. I mean, we talk about big back activities. That is the finest of them all. That's the cherry on top. When you walking around the grocery store, opening the snacks and eating them as you walking up and down the aisles. And then you get to the register and you got an empty damn bag of chips and you have them scan that. Don't you know them people is judging you? Don't you know them people is judging you? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Turned on my light over here. It went up super bright on me for no reason. But yeah, he was double fisting, Ashley. He was double fisting. Shout out to y'all watching on PRP, man. If you're watching on PRP, again, y'all know the drill. You know the drill. Come over to the Sutton Reactions YouTube channel. come over to the Sutton Reactions YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. But yeah, big back activities at its finest. At its finest. You're gonna get me singing up here. Not gonna lie, I do that, but with a drink. I don't even do it with the drinks. See, drinks are a little bit more acceptable. Drinks are a little bit more acceptable because it's less like, cause bro, like you walking around, you got your hands on the damn shopping cart or the little basket or whatever, and you telling me you also busting down a pack of Pringles. You know what I'm saying? Like putting chips to your mouth while you're touching things with your hands around the store. It's like, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Now, I'm not necessarily the hygiene police, but I'm just saying that's kind of nasty. Very nasty. Drinks are a little bit more acceptable, right? Because you don't gotta like constantly be putting your fingers to your mouth and stuff like that. Drinks are a little bit more acceptable. But by the way, he mentioned, I didn't even let him finish. I'm so rude. Let me let him finish.
Or go back and get another one for home. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Lunchables was a big part of the snacks I was eating while I was shopping for snacks. I'll cook like 2 or 3 Lunchables while I was shopping. I remind you, most of the shit I was eating at Walmart was
while you're shopping.
Walmart.
That makes no sense.
Bro, shit was bad. But I still took snacks home. And after we finished getting our snacks, eating our snacks in the store and all that, we gotta end the day off with McDonald's. So y'all know my McDonald's order. Just go back in the other video. You know how to get from McDonald's after eating cookies and all other bullshit. And yes, it is a Walmart. It is a McDonald's in Walmart.
So
show me where we at. We in Walmart. It's a McDonald's in Walmart.
So wait a minute, because I was gonna say this earlier. If it's a McDonald's in the Walmart, which there's always either a McDonald's or like a Subway, something to that effect, why don't you just get that as your walk-around snack as soon as you get in there? Because at least you're getting fresh food that you don't have to open a package of in the store. Like, I can see if you wanted to walk around with a little McChicken and snack on it as you shopping for your items. I can get that. I can understand that. At least it's like hot food. You're getting some chicken, but you just gonna go to the Walmart to start busting down cookies and chips as you're walking around? Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? And it's ass backwards too. You're gonna go out and eat all the desserts and unhealthy stuff in the damn Walmart, and then after all that, that's when you want to go to McDonald's. And McDonald's not healthy, trust me. But like, at least you're gonna get some protein or you're gonna get something, right? I don't know what he orders there. I don't know if he says it, but
I don't know if y'all seen this before, but just let y'all know I did not leave the store with all them snacks. I got some protein bars and shit like that. I got some protein, I got some fish and shit. I ain't leave the store with no snacks, bro. I probably ate a protein bar while I was here, but no, I ain't leave the store with no snacks, bro. We out. Show y'all the snacks.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, man. Cool content, I guess, but it's just backwards for me. And also, Walmart even has, even if you don't like McDonald's, Walmart has like the little hot bar items. Most of them do, at least, right? Where you can get like yourself some chicken tenders or chicken nuggets or, just like some little snack food, like walk around food. I mean, rotisseries are another thing, but like they have like little like finger foods that you can walk around and eat, like popcorn, chicken, stuff like that. So I don't understand why you would go immediately for all of the sweets. Again, this guy, 530 pounds kind of speaks for itself. He kind of built like Michael Pierce. Low key. He looked like Michael Pierce to me. Shout out to Michael Pierce. It's my dog. That man said as long as he doesn't eat unhealthy at home, then he's still sticking to his diet. It's a hell of a diet. Though. I'm addicted to carbs. I'm dieting. As Muddy says, I think I'm gonna have cardiac arrest just hearing this fool talk. Nah, for sure. He definitely bigger than Mike. Michael Pierce wasn't no 530 pounds. That's for sure. But maybe this dude's not 530 in this video. Maybe he's not 5'30" in this video because he don't look much bigger than Michael Pierce. And I know Michael Pierce probably was like closer to 400 pounds, I would say. Right? Something like that. He ate about 4,000 calories in sugar alone. Yeah, he's wilding. He's wilding. He's wilding. But let's move on, guys. Let's move on. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Okay. Here is a little clip here from the Breakfast Club that talks about Uber and how Uber has rolled out a new feature that allows people to request women-only drivers.
Just question for you. So if you're taking an Uber late at night, would you feel safer knowing that you could request a woman driver?
Yeah.
How would that woman feel seeing Just get in the car? That's who said.
It depends on what kind of woman it is.
What's next now? Oh well, I can pick black drivers or white drivers. You know what I mean? What's next after that?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, but at the same time, a man should understand that. You know what I'm saying? With everything going on, like y'all should understand that. But Mimi, is it that they did a survey or whatever or a poll and that it's not a lot of women drivers?
Well, you know what it is? Like I have a friend who drove for Lyft, and so she chose to drive for Lyft because I think Lyft already had this policy in place. And what her concern was, she was like, I don't want some strange man behind me if I'm driving at night. It makes me more comfortable if I know I can pick up women. Or if it's late at night and maybe, you're young and you have to get home, maybe you feel safer having a woman driver. So I think that's the thought process.
One day we should have a conversation.
Oh, so I think I have it mixed up. I think they're saying that the women drivers on Lyft and Uber, they can choose to only pick up women. I thought that they were saying at first that you as a passenger, as a customer, could choose to be picked up by exclusively a woman. So I guess it's not that. But the other way around is also interesting because, but here's the thing though, like most Lyft and Uber drivers are male anyway. So it would be kind of hard. I mean, I don't know. I wonder what you guys are thinking. Here. You like the feature? Yeah. There's more male Lyft drivers anyway and Uber drivers anyway. So because the only thing you would be able to say is like, oh, well, what if men start having problem finding rides now because, nobody wants to pick them up past a certain time or whatever. But that wouldn't be the case because the vast majority of Uber and Lyft drivers are male anyway. Let me actually look into that. Let me look that up really quick, guys. What percentage of Uber drivers, let me see. What percentage of Uber and Lyft drivers are male or female? Let's see. I'll share my screen with you guys. Let me see. So Uber, 80% of the drivers are male. 80%. Lyft, 77% of the drivers are male. So that kind of shows you right there. I mean, cool if you are a female Lyft driver. I think it's great, but you are going to be massively limiting your earning potential, right? It's not like you get paid a whole bunch on these platforms anyway, as is. So if you are, eliminating the prospect of men getting in your car, totally you're right. I mean, I like the feature. If it makes you feel more comfortable, awesome. But you do also have to realize that you have to reconcile with the fact that you're not going to make a whole lot of money at all. You're not going to make a whole lot at all. But I'm for it, though. I'm for it. Again, originally, I thought it was the other way around. Like you, the customer, can request a woman Lyft driver or Uber driver, which that may get a little dicey, you know. That may get a little dicey because then you'd probably have men trying to do it, but maybe they could have it so only female verified accounts, but then you would still have men who are trying to do it some way, somehow, to where they're guaranteed to get a female Lyft driver, Uber driver, which is just weird as hell. But overall, I like the feature. Again, it's just going to really limit how much you can make. What's going on, Matt? Mike says, I like it. Men be weird with my girl when she gets in an Uber by herself. Ugh. No, that's creepy. Men doing women only for sure. For sure. Yeah, they're talking about the women driver. How about they lower Uber Eats prices too? Never going to happen. Never going to happen. No. But salute, though. Salute. I think that's a really cool feature. I don't know if it's officially rolled out now. I just used Lyft or an Uber this past weekend. I haven't seen anything about that. Again, because there's just not a whole lot of female drivers. There's just not. I think out of my all the times that I've gotten a Lyft or Uber, there's probably only been maybe probably one female driver that I can remember. The rest have all been male. So again, salute. All right, what else we got? What else we got? Let me see. Moving right along here. What else we got? I think we only got one more, I want to say. Yeah, so we have this one here. This woman went viral yesterday for saying that women's basketball is more skilled than men's basketball.
If you ask me, I think women's basketball is more skilled than men's
really?
basketball. I think so.
Really? If you could tell the people about women's basketball, what would you want to say?
I feel like we put our blood, sweat, and
So wait, who is this again? Raven Johnston?
basketball is more skilled than men's
really?
basketball. I think so.
Really? If you could tell the people about women's basketball, what would you want to say?
So Raven Johnson is South Carolina point guard. Got it. So she says women's basketball is more skilled than men's basketball. Let's see why.
I feel like we put our blood, sweat, and tears just like the men put their blood, sweat, and tears into their sport. I think people are respecting us how they should respect us. If you ask me, I think women's basketball is more skilled than men's basketball. I think so.
Really?
I think so.
That's not a bad take. Elaborate a little more. Tell me why you think that.
Okay, for example, if you watch the NBA, I feel like it's a one-man show. But for women's basketball, you're watching people compete, or you're watching 5-on-5, like you're watching skilled basketball. So I think that's why, women's basketball is a little better than men's basketball. But that's my opinion.
Nah. Can't let her get that one off. Sorry. That ain't it. I get where she's going. I get what she's trying to say. But no, I still disagree fundamentally. I disagree. Here's why. She's trying to make the argument that NBA players, since they have these bona fide superstars, like your SGAs, your Lukas, your, all these guys, right? They become one-man shows for their team. Your Anthony Edwards, all those type of guys. They become one-man shows and kind of dominate the game. But I think that that's more so just a testament to the cream always rising to the top. And this is the highest level of that sport. The NBA is the highest level of basketball, period, in the world. It's the highest competition. And the fact that you have these superstars who were in a league where everybody is the 0.5% of great basketball players, they ascend above them. And for that reason, she's saying that, it's less skilled because in women's basketball, the playing field tends to be consistently a little bit more even. So that means that we have to play more as a team. Where I will agree with her is that women do rely more on the fundamentals of the game because they don't have the same level of athleticism that the men do. And that shouldn't be controversial. That's just a fact. So you do see, fundamentally sound passing techniques and shooting techniques and dribbling techniques and things like that. But does that mean that they're more skilled? I don't think so. because the point is, like, while everybody in the NBA is super athletic. Everybody in the NBA is super athletic and also super skilled, or else they wouldn't be there. Again, they're the 0.5%. So the fact that you have guys like, again, the SGAs, the Lukas, the Ants, the Wembys, the Tatums, all those guys, right? The fact that you have those guys that still rise to the top, even above all of the top players in the world, I think it's just a testament to this being the pinnacle, the zenith of the sport of basketball, the NBA. Doesn't mean that men's basketball is less skilled. Doesn't mean it's less skilled. Because while everybody else is super athletic in men's basketball, you still got to be more skilled than them to be better. So I just don't, that doesn't make sense. I don't know what she's trying to say. Well, I know what she's trying to say. I just don't agree. I don't agree. Every time I watch college, the women go harder than the men. I think college basketball, they play hard in general. College basketball is a super fundamentally sound. It's like the last step of, dare I say, like just kind of beginner basketball. And I say beginner basketball because, again, it is more so focused on effort and fundamentals, whereas in the NBA or the WNBA, you got to be the most talented of the talented. College, not so much. They play with a lot of heart, effort, emotion, energy. They're kids. Doesn't mean they're more skilled, though. Does not mean they're more skilled. What's not true, Chris? SGA is James Harden times 2. Now, that I agree with. That I agree with. No, Sutton, LOL, women's college is where it's at. Maybe I got to watch the Final Four. Isn't that coming up? Yeah. Harden with cat personality. I don't like SGA. It's not that I don't like SGA. It's just like I'm not a huge fan of his game because I think just aesthetically, you have the foul baiting, of course. He's a hell of a player, but I don't know. It's like if Kyrie Irving played with no sauce. That's what SGA is to me. He's like if Kyrie Irving played with no sauce. We all love Kyrie Irving because he put style and flair, and his moves were so aesthetic. Like SGA is just like, it's almost like an AI chatbot. That's why I call him Shay I. He's just going to get to a spot using the most efficient move, either draw a foul or get open for an open shot. And he's probably going to knock it down, which kudos to him. But there's just something not so aesthetically pleasing about it. Watching him play is annoying. It is. None of you guys are SGA fans. What up, King Lee? Appreciate you for coming through. But yeah, I just disagree. I'm not trying to say that women's basketball is not skilled because, no, listen, you got to be the best of the best in that league as well. Whether that be WNBA, obviously D1 college ball as well. You got to be the best of the best. But to say that women's basketball is more skilled than men's basketball because there are more stars, there's more star power in the NBA, that doesn't really make sense to me. She's saying they have to play more as a team. It's like, I see guys like Nikola Jokic go out there, get 28, 17 rebounds and 14 assists. They're playing as a team. Spurs playing as a... Victor Wembanyama is one of the best players in the NBA right now. And he's still super young. But guess what? Even without Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs are still damn good. They still play as a team. You just have these superstars that, again, the cream always rises to the top. On the NBA level, it's no different. That's why stars like Caitlin Clark were so big. I mean, she's kind of cooled off in recent years, but when she first like hopped on the scene, like she looked like she was separating herself. The best athletes, they tend to separate themselves at the highest level, and it's very visible. And I don't think that means that the league is less skilled or the sport is less skilled. I don't. Luka's the best. I love Luka. Love Luka. Some people feel the way I feel about Shea. They feel that way about Luka, but I love Luka. Referees have whore mouth when SGA has the ball because they blow the whistle no matter what, and a lot of that is not fouling. Yeah, some of it be super phantom calls. Super phantom calls. It's like embarrassing almost. Embarrassing. But yeah, guys. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. And therefore, this episode of Sutton Reactions, guys. It's been episode 45. Episode 45, we are back. Again, got the new setup now, so I can go live without any stress on my computer or my connection. Your boy got a new MacBook. Thanks to the supporters of our channels here. We truly do appreciate you guys. Even got my internet wired up now, so no more inconsistencies. Going to be going live later on today, guys. Quiet Storm Sports, because I have a lot to say about what Jesse Minter said about the Ravens this morning. I got a lot to say. Again, I gave a little preview to it at the beginning of the Sudden Reactions episode, and I'll say it again. I think that this Ravens offense this year is about to be fireworks, and I'm going to tell you why. But yeah, shout out to you guys for coming through. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We will be back tomorrow with another episode of Sudden Reactions. Make sure you like this video, subscribe if you are new. But with that being said, I'm going to let my guy... Oh, this isn't PRP. I was going to say I'm going to let my guy Alex take us out. Damn, that was yesterday. It's been a while since I've done this show. My bad, guys. Sudden Reactions, episode 45. See y'all tomorrow.